welcome back. Thanks for checking out this video, and a big thank you to all of you. We're fewer than 200 subscribers away from the magical 1,000, so I appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot. I really would appreciate it. Let's dig in. Lisa Bluder, I think we all know who Lisa Bluder is now, calls for WNBA to make major change amid Caitlin Clark drama. Let's see what drama we're talking about here. By the way, that first sentence, let me read that out. The WNBA is currently the most talked about topic in the sports world, with both the NBA and NHL in the middle of their respective championships. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? That's the Angel Reese effect. Just ask her. She'll tell you. It's about her. Anyway, and look right here. Oh, I called it. It's not all due to one player in particular, but if forced to identify a catalyst, yeah, it's one player. Let's make no mistake. Come on, come on. Let's get down to the Lisa Bluder part. Okay, here we go. Her college coach, Lisa Bluder, told the Washington Post. Okay, I don't think that's phrased right, but what told the Washington Post what needs to change in order to bring in more entertainment value for the fans? Or okay, one of which got it. Sorry about that. I was reading ahead. While discussing how the league hasn't eased Clark into the league with the Fever's extremely difficult schedule in terms of games played and teams they open with, Bluter also called out the league's officiating. I feel like the officiating has got to change. I feel like it's got to get better, and I feel like there has to be a little more freedom of movement. For example, people want to see people score, and right now the league is very physical, and they almost brag about how physical it is and how tough it is. People really like offense and they like to see people score. I mean, that's what our team did last year. And so I think you're going to have a little bit more freedom of movement with the officials in order for that to happen. Okay, let's talk about that because I agree completely. I think we've all that became one of the things that the league and the itself and the media settled on with the Kennedy Carter incident is, oh, the league's physical. It's a physical league. It's always been physical. Okay, but is it basketball? I mean, basketball is basketball. You really shouldn't have extremes where one league has very little contact and the other league looks like wrestling or rugby. So one of the problems with that, and as you know, people started showing clips of old games and all that, and you can find that in any sport. But one of the problems that a lot of people are discovering in watching the WNBA who haven't watched it before is this mantra of it being a physical league is going to come back and bite them. And here's why. It's a physical league because of a lack of skill. And you get that in any sport. When players aren't skilled enough to play the sport or to keep up with more skilled players, they become more physical and they will get away. They will do everything they can get away with doing. And then the games are getting officiated that way to allow the physicality, and any skill that may be there disappears anyway amongst all the physical play. But fans are going to find out that, hey, if they want to watch rugby or they want to watch wrestling or they want to watch fighting, they can go watch those sports. They don't need to tune into the WNBA to see wrestling or MMA. They tuned in to see basketball. And I think all part of the problem. I don't think this is going to happen with the WNBA, but it can go too far the other way. I think you're seeing that in some other major sports right now. But those major sports, basketball, hockey, football, they've all made changes over the last 10, 15 20, 30 years that have increased the offense in their respective sports. I think in some cases, I think the NBA and NFL have gone a little too far now, but they've all made rule changes to decrease the physicality, increase the offense. The thing is with the WNBA, if they decrease the physicality, will that increase the offense? Will that increase the skill? Is that skill there? Which goes to, again, one of the most important parts that people aren't understanding with the fan base for Caitlin Clark. It's not just that she's good. It's not that they're saying she's the best player ever already out of college. Okay, real life isn't Twitter. You're going to find some of those people on Twitter, but that's an extreme. Most fans, it's her style of play, which I said repeatedly in other videos, but people keep seeming to miss that point in all this conversation. And that is what Bluder is talking about. People want to see players who are skilled like Caitlin Clark be able to play that style of basketball as opposed to the clutching and the grabbing and the pushing and shoving that has been part of the game because you haven't had a player like Caitlin Clark who can do that offensively. But I don't know that it's going to happen. I don't know if we'll see those kind of changes. Hopefully, this starts building a little momentum and you start hearing from other people about how the game is officiated and that maybe we can bring more freedom of movement in the offensive end and ability to create more offense, show more skill for these players, because that will not just draw more fans, that'll keep more fans that they've drawn. Because I'm hearing it from a lot of you of Caitlin Clark fans and the fans of the college game. You're watching the WNBA and go, whoa, this isn't really for me. This looks a lot different than the basketball that attracted me to giving the WNBA a chance. So let me know in the comments below what you think about what Bluder said. Is the game too physical? If they do tamp down on the physicality, is the skill level and the style of play there to keep the fans interested? Is that going to help grow the sport? Let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, and I will talk to you later.